game, invest in my name, check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change, possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on
guys,
display.
it's Intense Investor here, coming at you again for another glorious episode on my YouTube channel. Today I wanted to make an update video on the GPS Forex 3 robot. I've been running it since December 20th, 2020. It's made about $723 or $43 profit since I've been running it. So just wanted to give an update on that. It's been running really well. I haven't had any huge losses. I have had some drawdown of about 33% max, but you know, overall the experience has been good. It's the better Forex bot that I've ever traded with. And this does have to do with the Forex currency market. It doesn't trade any cryptos or anything, but you can fund your FXChoice account. That's the broker I use, is FXChoice. That I use their MT4 terminal, and I got that running on a Forex VPS server. So that's pretty much the setup. I'm going to go through that just really briefly, just give the update. But the bot's been running great, so let's get into it. So here we are on my FX book. Overall, the gain I've had is 73%. Absolute gain is the return of investment as percentage of total deposits. So if you go by that, it's been 39.47%. But you can see the highest amount I had in my account was $2,326 up to July 27th, but then I withdrew like $2,000 because I wanted to use it for crypto trading on another platform. And then you see I had 1,884 actual deposits, so the profit's pretty high for the amount that I had in there. If I'd had like 10,000 in there, which would have been like 5 times as much, then that profit, you know, you probably could have multiplied that, just, you know, simple multiplication there. But looking at the growth, you can see it adds the percentages up here. So you get to that 73.7% growth. You can see the huge drawdown right here on some of these trades, which it did make it through. You know, it didn't get me wrecked on any of these trades. This is where I took that withdrawal right here. I had $2,326 in there. Took 2,000 out. It dropped, and then it started trading off of 327, right? And now it's already back up to 414 since July. So even with a small amount, it'll keep building and compounding, and it'll keep making. The lot sizes will be the same, but it'll take your capital into account, the amount of capital you got in your account when it does make its lot size. So you'll make more profit if you got more capital in your account, if that makes sense. And looking at the profit's been steady. I mean, when I had that 2,000 in my account, December 23rd, 2020 is when I started with the 2,000. I mean, by July 22nd, I had made $652 on $2,000. So that's really, really good. And like I said, I do use FXChoice. I do recommend that broker. That's the one that Mark Larson uses. He's the one that invented the GPS Forex 3 robot, and it's the one that he recommends that you use it on. You can use like PaxForex. That would probably be the only other one I would maybe use right now, because it's also KYC friendly to US citizens. That's another thing with FXChoice. When I was using it, I got in before they stopped letting US citizens use it. But right now, I don't think they let US citizens use it anymore. I was kind of grandfathered into that. I mean, this was like when I first started my YouTube channel at the end of 2020. So a lot of people didn't even know about my channel at that time. But that's the gist of that. You can look at the profits. You know, like for this year, had 11% profit, $42 gain, because I only got like $400 in the account. So that's pretty good for $400. You go on down here, profitability, shorts won 100%, longs won 85%. That's really good history. You can see if you look at my big trades, it lost. Wherever it lost, it made a reverse follow-up trade for a bigger amount that it usually won. Let's go to the most recent. So yeah, let's go to another one here. So see, I lost one here, $27.63. Follow-up trade for $27.72 that it won, made the money back. And that's where you'll see these drawdown amounts right here, where it drops. So it lost, right? It lost that amount. And then it did a reverse trade and it made it back. You get some of these right here, the bigger drawdown. You really don't want a lot of drawdown, but it happens with bots, you know. It just matters if it can get itself out of that situation that it's traded itself into. And so far, the GPS robot has been able to correct the trades that it lost and, you know, make a reverse order to make the money back. This year in January made 5%, February 3.86%, March 2%, April's been 0.23%. So let's see what it does for the rest of April. I'm kind of curious. 2021, the biggest month was February, made 7.4%. Had a lot of 4.9, 4.3, 4.2. 4.185. That's pretty nice. That's pretty good. I mean, when you compare it to something like Yieldnodes, you know, I made like 7 point something percent or 8% there a month here lately. I mean, that's comparable, because if you multiply it times 12, you know, like 4% times 12 is 48% a year. So $100,000, you can make $48,000 a year. It's pretty dang good. Even, you know, 30%, you know, or 36%, 3% a month times 12, 36%. That's a really nice profit, because a bank ain't gonna pay you like near that. So the bot doesn't trade that much, you know. So I've had a lot of people contact me. They're like, why does the bot not trade that often? So you can see in March I didn't have a trade in March till March 8th. And the last one was February 24th. So, you know, let's see how many's here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 trades in March. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 trades in February. So there's one for January. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 trades for January. So you see like 8 to 10 trades. Let's do December. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 trades for December. So 8 to 10 trades, that's about what you're going to get with the settings that I got for the GPS robot. I am going to go over to an updated page I made on my website where I give an update. This was for the yearly update back in December, but I do got the settings on there that I am using right now, and I give descriptions on there on how I got it set up and everything. So let's just jump over there real quick. After that, we'll jump over to my VPS, ForexVPS.net server that I'm running the bot on, and take a look at that. So let's jump over there. So guys, here we are on my updated web page. I did some tweaking here, tried to make the look a little bit better. Make sure you do go to my web page and subscribe to a future newsletter that I'll be putting out every week in the future. I'm just building up my email subscriber list at the moment, so be sure to check that out. But if you want to look at the GPS Forex 3 robot stuff, scroll down, you'll see latest reviews. You can click on this 1-year review, or you can go to Expert Advisors, click on that, and you'll see it come up. This was the first review I did back in December 2020. Then I did an update January 1st of this year of 1 year results. So click on that. It'll bring up the article I did for the 1 year review. So we're going to scroll down. You know, you can see all of Mark Larson's accounts right here. He's got a 50K account, 100K account, and a 1 million US dollar account. These are real accounts, just like mine. They're live with just a lot more money. If you go down, you'll see my on results with GPS Robot and optimal settings. I just explain some things I've tweaked, like the rev after stop loss. I bumped it from 5.9 to 7.1. That's this one right here. Mostly everything is set to true. I got lots at 0.01, lots risk reductor at 10, auto analysis to true. And the auto analysis will determine what day it wants to trade on. Some people turn Fridays off. They don't want to trade on Friday, which is understandable. I just got it on as true. All this auto GMT, stealth mode, several trades allowed on true. Trailing distance 6, trailing step 1. I have not messed with these. That's the factory setup. But yeah, this stuff will send emails, sound alerts, faults. This is just alerts and stuff down here, so I wouldn't worry about it. But these are your main ones from where you got use true down to this trailing step, that little block right there. That's your main settings that you want to make sure you're copying my settings here when you set up the bot. And we will go over to the VPS and I'll show you, you know, how those trades kind of match up with my FX book where I just showed you how it looked in there. I do got the setup video in here if you want to play that. I did a couple of these. One of them's better than the other. This is the one that's the best one for trying to set up GPS Forex 3 robots. I recommend you watch that. Here you can see my bot running, you know, how it's been growing. 73% gain, 33% drawdown, 0.12% daily, 3.59% monthly on average. And then I just go, you know, over some other things. I got my chart for last year on here. And I also got a snapshot. You can see all the trades that it did, you know, during 2021 here. So lots of trades. You know, 8 to 10 a month is a lot for GPS. For other bots, they might do a lot more. I do got my link for, you know, FXChoice on here and Forex VPS at the bottom. You look at their Trustpilot review, it's excellent, 4.8 out of 5. They got the lowest latency of probably any VPS you can use. They are a little more higher. I mean, you'll probably pay $20 or $30 a month, but you don't want your bot to place a trade and then you get slippage where you could have made more profit, but since there's a really high latency or a lag with a server, your bot slips. So it could have sold at the top, but now it's sold a little bit lower or a lot lower, and you might have not even made any profit. So that's why you want to pay a little bit more for a good VPS. I recommend them. I do got links in the description for that. PaxForex, that's another broker you can use. Just remember, you got it. If you use FXChoice or PaxForex, you do got to download the MT4 terminal, either on your local PC if you're going to run it on your own computer, or through your VPS. You log on your VPS, Windows VPS, and you download it on the desktop of that VPS and then install it. And then you download your bot files to that VPS also and install it in a folder. So just check out my setup video that I got here and it'll show all those steps. So, you know, I show you how you can duplicate the results that I had using it. I think they've been pretty good. They speak for themselves. 1 year, 4 months results. The bot is for sale. If you click on the link here, you can buy it on Mark Larson's website. It's $149. It's already paid for itself for me. It's one of the cheaper bots you can actually buy. Some of these bots are like 500, 700, $1,000. So it's not a bad bot. If you want to leave a comment, reply, appreciate it. Be sure you follow me on all social media, like, subscribe my channel, hit the notification bell. I do appreciate it. Anywho, let's go over to the VPS server, the Forex VPS server, and we'll take a look at that, and that'll be it. All right, guys, so here we are on my VPS server. That's Forex VPS server. I do got my Gala Games node running on this same VPS. I figured, you know, due to the high cost, $30 a month of using the Forex VPS, I could kill two birds with one stone and also run my FXChoice MT4 terminal, which is the software that's attached to my GPS Forex 3 robot. So as you can see here, I've had a couple trades here recently. Nothing really big in the past, I don't know, maybe 10 days or so. But you can look at the account down here, and you can see they're really small trades, but they were positive. They did positively gain just a little bit. I had one that's like a 6-cent loss, which ain't nothing. But you can see every time I had a negative loss, I had a positive gain, a reverse sell, a negative loss, positive sell, negative loss, positive sell. It's really been good for me with these reverse trades. It might be due to just using such a good broker like FXChoice, and then a really good VPS like oh god, forexvps.net. My brain went dead there for a minute. Here was one that was negative, and then it got a 17 gain. Here was one that was negative 1836, then it had a positive gain 1820. Here was one negative 1840, had a positive gain 1980. These are all reverse sells I'm going over. Here was one when I still had 2,000 in the account. It had a minus 165 loss, then a positive 163 gain. So it does quite well at making up when it has a loss with the reverse trade. So I just wanted to show you that. When I reset this VPS, I have to restart it from time to time. It loses the history back here, like you can see on the chart. But you can go, like if you can't see it here, like it shows the last couple, you can go over to my FX book and you can see it there. So let's go over there real quick and we'll take a look at it there. So you can go to my FX book and you can look at it here too. If you go down to if you're looking at my info on my link, I'll post a link to see my FX book, my GPS Forex 3 robot. You go on down, click on like the 4 hour, and you can expand, you can tighten this up, see all the trades it's did. And the reds are reverse trades where it did a sell order. You had the buy orders in blue, and then the reverse sell orders are in red where it's trying to recoup what it lost. Let's look at some of those if I can get it to do what I want it to do. Okay, so right here you had the buy. The market went down. It sold right at a loss. Then it did a reverse trade right here to try to make that money back. Yeah, you can see the buy, the sell at a loss, and then the reverse trade at a much higher lot size to make that money back. You can scroll through it. This was an interesting one because it opened up a trade, then it opened up another trade while this one was still ongoing, then it closed that one, then closed the longer one off. So that was kind of cool. This was an interesting one back in January where you had a buy, market went down, sold at a loss, put in a reverse trade sell order, made that money back, and then during this sell order it actually opened up another buy order when the market was still going down, sold that as a loss, then it reverse sold at a much higher, with a lot higher lot size, made the money back right there. That was an interesting one. But as you can see, like sometimes you get these, they're just horizontal. They don't make much, but you get some like this where it does pretty well. That made profit. Get some like these. This is a nice one. It held this one a long time. December, maybe December 8th or 9th, all the way to December 15th. It had this buy that it set up, and then the market went down. It held all the way down to here, then it sold at a loss, did a reverse sell trade, made the money back. And during that market fall, it opened up another buy and sold at this little peak right here. It sold and made some profit. So that was kind of interesting to see. Yeah, look at that. It does some interesting things if you go back through your history and just look at it. It's pretty fun to do. Looks like it goes back about 6 months on here. But yeah, check it out. I'll put my link on there if you want to look at it. And that's really all I'm going to talk about tonight. All the info is on here. If you go to my FX book link, you can see all my profits, percentages. You can track my bot. I'm going to put this link in the description. Click on it, try it out, buy the bot if you want to. I got plenty of info on my channel. If you search through my playlist for GPS Forex bot, go to that website link where I got all the setup info. Should help you get set up and get going. But that's all I got for tonight. Like I said, like and subscribe, hit the notification bell. Check out my Twitter, Discord, and Telegram. I do appreciate it. Have a good night. Thank you.